Hello students, welcome back to today's video class. Today I will continue our chapter number 6, metals and non-metals. In the last video I have completed up to the topic that is uses of non-metals up to. In today's video class I am going to start from page number 94, metalloids. As you already know that elements are classified into 4 types: metals, non-metals, metalloids and noble gas. So we have already completed our 2 topics, that is metals and about non-metals, their chemical properties, their physical properties and their uses. Okay. Now today I am going to discuss with you in this video class about the metalloids. It is the metalloids. What are metalloids? By definition, if you say elements that have the property of both metals and non-metals, they are called metalloids. Okay. Examples of metalloids are, suppose, boron, then germanium, then after silicon, arsenic. Okay, these are examples of. Antimony is there. These are the basically the main types of metalloids. Okay, now we will see one by one the properties of metalloids. Usually we have the following properties. What properties are given in your book? First, they have metals like appearance, but unlike metals they are brittle. Means appearance of these are like, first property is like they are metals, shiny. Okay, their appearance is like shiny but not malleable and not ductile. That means they are brittle. Okay, so they are brittle. Okay, next point is they generally form alloy with metals. We use them to make alloy with the metals. Metalloys such as silicon, germanium are very good as a semiconductor under certain conditions. Means this germanium and silicon we generally use as semiconductors. Okay, they are generally used as semiconductors. Now they are solid under standard condition. They are also solid under condition. Under some special condition they are also solids. They are mostly non-metallic in their chemical behavior, but their chemical behavior is like a chemically they behave like non-metals. Okay, so here they are like a metal, shiny, but like non-metal they are brittle. These under some circumstances they can be used as semiconductors, means they are good conductor. Under some conditions they are solid like metals and non-metals both. Chemically they behave like a non-metal. Sometimes they are behaving like a metals, and sometimes under some conditions they are behaving like a non-metals. So their characteristics have both the properties of metals and non-metals, hence they are called as metalloids. Okay. Now we will see some uses of these metalloids one by one. First of all, the use of silicon. It is given that again the uses of these metalloids, like metals and non-metals, under their properties we use them, okay, according to their properties. First of all, silicon. Silicon is a hard and brittle crystalline solid. Silicon is very hard and crystalline solid. Silicon is hard and crystalline solid. Okay, it is hard and crystalline solid. With blue gray metallic luster. It is lustrous also, whose color is blue and blue gray color. It is found in sand as silicon dioxide. It is found in sand like a silicon dioxide. And most abundant element on the earth is silicon on the earth crust, only after oxygen. So this is found in, silicon is found in the soil, sand basically. So it is and used as a semiconductor. So we can use them in computers, transistors. Uses of the silicon is in computer, transistors, and integrated circuit, IC. It is called IC, integrated circuits. It is also used in making solar cells and making glass. Silicon is also used for making glass. After that, silicon is a man-made substance made from a combination of silicon and other chemical, that is called silicone. Silicon to silicone. It is a man-made substance made with combination of silicon with other chemicals. Silicones are used for making tin food. It is called silicone. Silicone. Okay. It is with original silicon with other chemicals. It is made with other chemicals, that is silicone. It is also having some many uses. It is silicone used for making packing tin food, in making non-stick and heat resistant pans, a lining in raincoat also, in making fireproof jackets, in making artificial implants for the body. Means when we doctor use some artificial implants in our body, we use silicone material. Lining of furnace and as anti-freezing agent for aeroplanes, and automobiles along with ethylene glycerol. It is also used for making anti-freezing agent with which is we use in aeroplanes and automobiles with ethylene glycerol, glycol. Sorry, they are also used in the used in soap and dyes industries. Silicon carbide is the hardest man-made compound. Hardest man-made compound is also hardest man-made compound. So this is another use of silicon. Next is germanium, another type of metalloid. We also have it is also properties are, it is lustrous hard brittle grayish white metallite, chemically similar to silicon and tin. Like silicon and tin, its color is also grayish white. It is lustrous and hard brittle. Means it is shiny, but it is hard to brittle. It is also used in making semiconductors, as we have seen earlier, in also making transistors, thermal imaging cameras, and as a catalyst in the manufacturing of plastics. In the manufacturing of plastics, we use germanium as a catalyst. Next is antimony. Antimony, strontium is the Latin name, its symbol is Sb. It is silvery, lustrous gray soft metallite. Antimony is soft metallite. It is acid resistant. It is very resistant to acid, but it does not react with any acids. So it is also used in making batteries, bullets, lead shots, musical instrument such as organ pipe. Then medicines is also used in making paints, glass and ceramic arts. Their uses. After that, flame retardant it is also flame retardant. Children's clothing, aircrafts, flame retardant children's clothing it is used. It is used in aircraft, automobiles, seat covers and toys. It is also used in aircrafts and automobile seat covers, and also it is used for making toys. So we have seen here the metalloids, their properties, and some important uses of different types of metalloid, that is silicon, germanium and antimony. Beside this, after this topic is we have the noble gas that we will see in the next class. So as we have completed this, after that we will complete this chapter. We will discuss in the next video few question and answer with the noble gases. Okay, till then your exam will also get over, and this chapter we will practice will be given during your winter vacations. You can easily will get time to learn it and do all the works given in the exercise, and I will also give you in homework. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this video class. Okay, thank you very much.